welcoming into the debate on whether Arvind Kejriwal can not just be a game changer, but can actually lead to a paradigm shift in the way national politics is happening and be a late entrant, but an effective entrant into our national politics. Vinod Mehta, he's now one of the loudest fans and cheerleaders of the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, he said that he found Arvind Kejriwal's speech quite moving today. Welcome, Vinod Mehta. Kumar Vishwas of the Aam Aadmi Party, he's going to fight against Rahul Gandhi from Amethi. That will be an interesting contest. Pinky Anand, a few minutes after the BJP brings back Yediyurappa, disregarding the public anger against corruption. Welcome. Rahul Narvekar, forever critic of the Aam Aadmi Party, and looking increasingly concerned with the growth of the Aam Aadmi Party. Perhaps Gaurav Bhatia, because in a fragmented electorate like Uttar Pradesh, even a 5 to 10% shift in the favor of any one party can hurt all parties, including the Samajwadi Party. And of course, Sanjay Jha, your party leader, forgot everything today about corruption when while protecting people on others, while giving a clean chit to Veerbhadra Singh. You will have a lot to answer for. Welcome and thank you very much for joining us. Vinod Mehta, why were you moved? Are you moved only by the form or the content of what Arvind Kejriwal said?
Both, Arnab. Listening to Arvind Kejriwal, I thought to myself, when was the last time that a politician or a political leader moved me?
Yeah.
Moved me not by any kind of tricks, but moved me by sincerity, by irony, by wit, by self-deprecation. I mean, he's no Martin Luther King. But it's the directness with which he appealed to the people of this country and laid out his vision.
Yeah.
And, the two main parties gifted him something. Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan gave a clean chit to the other people in a delayed response.
Yes.
And what do you think the BJP did? They welcomed Yediyurappa into the party.
Absolutely.
So what we saw today was not a novice politician. The way he spoke, Ajakshi, the muffler around his ear. I mean, his pants didn't come from Fab India. I mean, this was a very unusual chief minister speaking to the people of this country.
Strong.
No leader has ever spoken.
No, you see, strong connect. But what surprises me is the arrogance of the two national parties, principally. Let's start with the BJP.
Yeah.
The way they react, they don't seem to care. For them, corruption does not matter. Pinky Anand, I mean, a lot of our people in our newsroom were taken aback when they heard the news that Yediyurappa, with cases pending in the CBI court, for pure political arithmetic is being welcomed back into the party. I mean, don't you even care anymore what people will think? That here is a person who's become a poster boy in the fight against corruption, Arvind Kejriwal. You take him that lightly today that you don't even care. And I know you'll try to put some legal arguments today to say that, there's no case against Yediyurappa, etc. But perception does not matter to you, I'm sure.
Arnab, when you answer, Arnab, when you answer yourself, I think we have to take something into account. If the charges against him have been quashed by the High Court, I don't think by your denial or
what about the charges pending in the CBI court?
The question remains. The charges are pending there. They have not been.
No. What about the charges pending in the CBI court? No. 1 second. I'll come. No. First of all, when you say today that I am asking you the question today, and I'll ask you why I'm asking on Yediyurappa. Because in the morning there's Arvind Kejriwal. He wins a vote. He makes the most sincere speech. There is not a speck of dirt on that guy, right? And his single point agenda is corruption. Now, you, on the other hand, 8:30 p.m. breaking news, Yediyurappa brought back into BJP. And let me tell you, CBI cases pending in court, charge sheet filed in October 2012 that he misused his office. He received a 20 crore kickback from the Southwest Mining Company as a quid pro quo to waive off dues to the state government and recommend a mining lease to the central government. CBI said Yediyurappa misused his official position to benefit a certain steel company and was accused of hatching a criminal conspiracy during 2006-2010. You don't care about that, Pinky Anand. For you, he'll bring a certain caste vote. That's all that matters to you.
Arnab, thank you for clarifying the situation, but I think, we stand...
No, so that clarification puts you on the back foot.
The law of the land, as you rightly... Allow me to make the clarification. The law of the land does seem to run on the principle, I don't think you will deny it, that disqualification will only happen on conviction. The High Court has
you waited for conviction on Suresh, you waited for conviction on Suresh Kalmadi,
the High Court
you waited for conviction on D. Raja,
has quashed the charges.
You waited for conviction on Ashok Chavan. No, why did you not use the conviction argument in those cases?
The conviction argument is being utilized here
for
your benefit to tell you what the
why didn't you use it in other cases?
The ground no, the question is not where you use it, where you don't use it. In the present case, there is nothing against Yedurappaji, which is a conviction. No, there isn't. Conviction is not there, and that is the law. As Kejriwal said, for him to bring around the electricity or the water subsidies, he didn't have to wait for the trust vote because the Constitution doesn't bar that action. Let us go by a certain principle. The High Court quashes those charges.
You see, we have the finding of the court. But Miss Anand, understand this. The benchmarks on the fight of corruption have risen a bit. I think it's very good that in our country people are expecting more.
When you talk about the benchmarks of corruption,
yes, which means a person facing serious criminal investigations should not be brought back into the party by the BJP purely because you should be dead scared about how people will look at it.
Arnab, I think we have a clear finding of the High Court. I don't wish to go beyond that one.
You are not talking. The case pending in the Supreme Court.
Corruption has been a very major issue for the BJP.
Really, was it?
Has been raising against the UPA time and again. And as you rightly said, Mr. Kejriwal doesn't have a speck of dirt on him. He doesn't have a speck on him. He's starting with a slate where there isn't anybody.
Pinky Anand,
with these youngsters.
Pinky Anand,
he's done a fantastic job. But that doesn't change.
I'm not even.
I'm not even. Let us wait for little time.
Miss Anand,
I only want to say one thing. Allow me to say it. Allow me to say it.
Miss Anand, you understand
allow
one thing.
Me to answer one
Miss
thing
Anand,
only.
this is, you see, you want a presidential style fight. Today, the issue really is, it's not just about the fact that Manmohan Singh has been a bad prime minister. And now you will have a more effective prime minister. It's not just about leadership. It's also about sincerity in the battle against corruption. That's all I'm talking about. I get Kumar Vishwas in, who's getting an ideal opportunity at this stage. Or should I rather go to Sanjay Jha first? Whose party has completely compromised every single tenet of the fight against corruption. I mean, let me show something here to Sanjay Jha. Sanjay, do you have a TV next to you? I'm going to show something, but anyway, I'll describe this.
No, I've just got a blank, dark screen in front of me. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
You also have, you will have a very lucid narration of what the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh has been doing in 30 seconds from me. In my hands is a piece of paper which shows that a businessman transferred 60 lakh. Here's the 60.5 lakh. A businessman called Vakamula Chandrasekhar transfers 60.5 lakh in the account of the Chief Minister, Veerbhadra Singh's wife Pratibha Singh. Now, don't ask me how I got these papers, but the fact is what it proves. And 1 month, this is 1 month before the man gets an extension. This is the amount, ladies and gentlemen. Let's come in a close, please. 60.5 lakh is not a small amount, huh? I think this is, this is a payoff. You can call it a loan. So someone else will say it's a total bribe. And now let me turn the page because, it tells you more. Right? I have another series of transactions, Veerbhadra Singh, a poor man who Rahul Gandhi refuses to act against, right? There are 5 transactions, 5 from the same account. Money is transferred, 40 lakh, 20 lakh, 25 lakh, 30 lakh and 5 lakh. In fact, the amount is so large that in a few days you get 1.4 lakh as interest on it. So you earn 1.2 crore, you get 1.4 lakh as interest within a month. You transfer that 1.2 crores to your wife's account. Here's the other figure. 1.2 crores to your wife's account within 7 weeks. Easy money. Wonderful. Why should we work, Sanjay Jha? This is a Congress party way of making money. You understand? And then Rahul Gandhi says, I'm going to change the fight against corruption in ways you cannot even imagine. We didn't imagine this, Sanjay Jha. Don't you think this is the reason why Arvind Kejriwal is gaining in popularity and you're losing?
Your question, Arnab.
Yeah. No, don't you think this is the blind eye that you turn to acts of corruption like this is the singular reason why Arvind Kejriwal is becoming a national challenger at your expense? We thought you learnt a lesson after Delhi.
Let me answer. No, let me answer your question. Number one, I would not be churlish like the Bharatiya Janata Party has been as to run down the AAP party right away. We should give them some time and see how they perform. I mean, that's one of the reasons why the Congress party, although we at the AAP party are political adversaries, we are supporting them because they have some agenda. We would like to see how that works out.
No, you answer.
Now, to answer your question on all the stuff that you mentioned.
Because you want to see that
Mr.
BJP
Veerbhadra
remains
Singh,
out.
for
That's your only
example. Let me tell you a critical part. Let me tell you the... No, I don't know. I think, Pinky, just give me a minute, please. The point I'm going to make here is, and this is the point that the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh has made, and I think we need to juxtapose all the facts for the public to decide.
He has no reply
Number one.
He has no reply.
Let me tell you, there are some very serious charges. 1 minute. Whatever allegations have been made against him will be investigated.
No,
but there's a bigger issue here.
Has his wife taken money?
That there are serious allegations against a Bharatiya Janata Party MP called Mr. Anurag Thakur.
First of all, I am tired of the allegation versus allegation.
Of land grab.
Allegation versus allegation, I am not interested.
This is an act of
I am not interested.
Vendetta.
People are not interested.
This is an act of political vendetta.
Sanjay Jha, people are not interested. People are not interested in your allegation versus allegation.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi's credentials.
India has changed.
Mr.
You must also change.
Not just fought against the ordinance.
Oh, please.
He has made the Lokpal bill happen. And let me tell you,
you know something, Sanjay. Now, unless you want me to
passing many other legislations,
your legislations mean nothing. Your legislations mean nothing. You can throw them in the dustbin.
Procurement, whistleblower bills.
Throw them all in the dustbin if you don't act against Veerbhadra Singh.
Much more powerful.
I
think everybody talks of corruption, the critical issues. What do you do about it?
Sanjay Jha.
Congress party
I want to know. I want to know too, Sanjay. Sanjay, no, please. You know what they are up to. You know, Sanjay. First of all, let me tell you this. I ask a simple question.
No,
I generally am of the view. I may be wrong. 1 minute. I am of the view that when you tend to meander around the subject with a very long reply, I feel the most effective replies are the shortest replies. You can say, we will do this or not do this against Veerbhadra Singh. Simple question is, you know, Sanjay Jha, I'll tell you this. I'll open the phone lines now. And I'm saying here tonight, throw all your legislation into the dustbin. If you allow a chief minister's wife to take money from a businessman who her husband helps, throw all your legislation into the dustbin. If you allow 5 transactions of cold cash to enter a chief minister's account in the way that it happened here, we are testing you for sincerity, Sanjay Jha. Rahul Gandhi is going to be PM candidate in 2 weeks. You've even decided that the Mahila Morcha members are going to put his name forward. You decide the ritual. Please take care of the content. We want to know what Rahul Gandhi will do. Does he have the courage to take action against Ashok Chavan? And does he have the courage? No, Kumar Vishwas is or does he have the courage? Does he have the courage to take action against Veerbhadra Singh, who takes money? By the way, you know why he takes money? You know what the official explanation is?
Will you give him credit?
You know what the official explanation is? I want to repair my palace. I mean, royalty is dead. You know, you might as well turn that palace into an orphanage and do some good for the people. But take money from a businessman you help to renovate your palace. I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. And those people who are supporting such politicians should also reconsider what they are doing. Kumar Vishwas and Rahul Narvekar, your turn on this. Is this all making the entry of the Aam Aadmi Party even that much easier into the national fabric? Kumar Vishwas.
अर्नब, एक तो मेरे लिए आज पहली बार किसी विधायी सदन की प्रक्रिया देखने का दिन था और उसके लिए मैंने अप्लाई किया। एक विधायक महोदय को कहा मेरा पास बनवाइए और मैं बड़े प्रसन्नता के साथ गया था कि जो भी होगा देखूंगा। लेकिन बड़ा दुख हुआ कि वहाँ जो भाषण चल रहे थे, उनकी जो गंभीरता थी, उनके जो मुद्दे थे, अरविंद के बच्चों के बारे में बोला गया, उसकी पत्नी के बारे में बोला गया, जो इडियम्स इस्तेमाल किए गए, फ्रेजेस इस्तेमाल किए गए, वो बड़े अशालीन थे, थूक कर चाटना और पता नहीं क्या क्या बोला गया। लेकिन फिर बड़ी प्रसन्नता हुई कि आखिरकार इस देश की राजनीति मुद्दों पर आने लगी। अरविंद ने बड़ी शालीनता के साथ व्यक्तिगत जितने हमले हुए ने इग्नोर किया। भाजपा के हमारे मित्रों ने, एक हमारी साथी राखी बिरला जीती है, उसके 51,000 रुपए पे आपत्ति जताई। कि ये कैसी आम आदमी है कि इनके पास 51,000 रुपए बैंक बैलेंस है, जबकि उसी सदन में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एक विधायक बैठे थे जिनकी अचल संपत्ति जो उन्होंने घोषित की है वो 111 करोड़ रुपए की है, सत्य प्रकाश जो बिजवासन से जीत कर आते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि हमारी दोनों पॉलिटिकल पार्टी अभी संदेश समझ नहीं पा रही है शायद। मुझे पता नहीं कि इसका फायदा होगा कि इसका नुकसान होगा उनको या हमको, लेकिन देश में जो विमर्श बदल गया है, आप लोग जिसे एजेंडा कहते हैं अंग्रेजी में, उसको समझ नहीं पा रहे। इससे कोई फायदा नहीं होगा जो आप सब करने वाले हैं। आज स्टेटमेंट का दिन था, अरविंद ने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया जिसको विनोद मेहता ने सुना, जिसको बाकी लोगों ने सुना। भाजपा ने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया येदियुरप्पा जी के बारे में कि हम ये कहना चाहते हैं। कांग्रेस ने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया वीरभद्र सिंह के बारे में अपने एक्ट के साथ। और जो पिंकी आनंद कह रही है, पिंकी जी मेरी स्मृति थोड़ी बहुत भगवान ने ठीक बनाई है। मेरे पास ऐसे 100 वीडियो हैं और आपके पास भी होंगे, टाइम्स नाउ के पास भी, जिन्होंने भाजपा के साथियों ने पिछले 1-1.5 साल की बहस में हमसे कहा, देखिए हमारी भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ाई का सबूत कि येदियुरप्पा जी भ्रष्ट पार्टी बाहर
एग्जैक्टली।
तो इस एक वर्ष में
रिपीटेडली
क्या गंगा
रिपीटेडली
नहीं,
कुमार विश्वास जी
बात पूरी कर।
हाईकोर्ट ने जो कोर्ट किया है वो जून 2013 में किया है।
केसेस आर पेंडिंग इन द सीबीआई कोर्ट, मिस आनंद।
अगर आपकी
केसेस आर पेंडिंग इन द सीबीआई कोर्ट, मिस आनंद।
हम आम आदमी हैं, हम सामान्य लोग हैं।
जून 2013 में हाईकोर्ट ने
आपके बारे में क्या क्या, उनके बारे में क्या क्या, हमको ये समझ में आता है कि कलमाडी साहब ने भ्रष्टाचार
आपको पता चलना चाहिए जब हम किसी की बात करते हैं तो हर चीज आपने कहा कि येदियुरप्पा ने भ्रष्टाचार किया और सबने उस सबने किया। नहीं, बहुत अच्छा किया आपने येदियुरप्पा जी को ले लिया, आपके बड़े आभारी हैं। और कुछ बच्चे हैं उनको भी ले लीजिए। नहीं, आपने पहले बाबूराम कुशवाहा को लिया था, येदियुरप्पा जी को लिया था, और कोई बाहर रह गया तो उनको भी ले आइए। हम आपके बड़े आभारी, हम तो चाहते हैं 14 तक आप ये मुक्ति का काम करें। शायद आप लोग तारीखें भी थोड़ा सा जोड़ लें। अब जब उनके खिलाफ एलिगेशन से आरोप
आपकी तारीफ कर रहा हूँ, येदियुरप्पा को लाया, आप आपकी तारीफ कर रहे हैं।
आज की तारीख में
बहुत तारीफ कर रहा हूँ, आप येदियुरप्पा जी को लेके आए।
No, one second.
आपके बहुत आभारी।
I want to first of all, Pinky Anand, one second. I want to summarize.
2013 में हाईकोर्ट ने
No, I want to summarize three things which three things which Kumar Vishwas has said. No, for our viewers who may not understand the nuances of his Hindi, he says three things. He says, today I am very disappointed that there was a personal attack being made on Arvind Kejriwal. A personal attack being made on his family. And coarse and poor language was being used to target Arvind Kejriwal. Then he talks about a certain 26-year-old minister who has 21,000 rupees, and he says it's sad and ironical that people who have 111 crores in assets were questioning Rakhi Birla. But then, this is principally the point. He says, thank you very much by getting Yediyurappa back into the party. You have shown once again that you have we give a damn attitude on the fight against corruption. He's absolutely right. On fact, unless you want to take a selfish political perspective on this, Rahul Narvekar, would you like to support what he said?
Well, ultimately today Yediyurappa ji does not stand under any charges aside from
he is being investigated for misuse of office. He is being investigated for misuse of office and a quid pro quo and recommending mining leases. Don't misrepresent facts.
Thank you very much for your addition of saying he's being investigated.
Yes.
Somebody is under investigation.
Yes, and not only is he being investigated. Not only is he being investigated.
The corruption charges.
Not only is he being investigated. There is under corruption charges. There is a charge sheet filed against him. And the charge sheet is filed in October 2012.
Arnab.
Briefly, yes.
Arnab, why don't you change the law of the land to say that if there is a charge sheet and a person is under investigation or a person is under trial,
उनकी लोकपाल पर
why don't you care enough?
बहुत अच्छा बता रहे थे। आप सबने उनकी प्रशंसा की थी अभी।
No, why don't I'm curious. No, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this debate happen. One second. Pinky Anand, I'm looking at this debate happen. And this is one thing which strikes me. Why don't the political parties care? Would you give an independent perspective, or will you give BJP partner perspective to the situation? One minute, Pinky Anand, I'm getting Rahul Narvekar to respond. Rahul Narvekar.
BJP has taken up each of the issues of corruption against 2G, against
go ahead, Rahul Narvekar.
Against Colgate,
Mr. Narvekar.
Well, at the outset, Arnab, let me tell you that the way you introduced me, I'm certainly not a critic of the Aam Aadmi Party or Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, but I would like to say that I appreciate merit. Now, insofar as Mr. Kejriwal is concerned, till date he has not proved any merit. There is no policy that he has rolled out. There is no decision that he has taken which deserves any merit. Number two, Mr. Kejriwal is the beneficiary of a clean slate. Mr. Kejriwal is the beneficiary of carrying no baggage. Okay. And Mr. Kejriwal is the beneficiary of the huge corruption scandals which Congress has unfolded. Now, having said that, you need to appreciate, Mr. Vinod Mehta was appreciating the speech of Mr. Kejriwal. I heard the speech as well.
No. First of all, the Congress has not unfolded any scam. The Congress has been exposed. Thank you. Small correction.
Yes, Congress has been exposed.
Yeah, Congress has been exposed.
Very well by times now on several occasions, and I must compliment them for that.
Yeah.
Now let me complete what I have to say. Now, Mr. Kejriwal today in his speech has given a long things to do list. It's nothing other than a things to do list. Everyone knows there's water shortage.
Are you feeling insecure?
Let me complete. I'm talking on merits. If you think I'm saying something which is incorrect,
because you've not come on fact. You don't come on fact.
If you think my facts are wrong, you correct me.
You are being rhetorical and you're not coming on fact.
Mr.
You are refusing to take a single factual question.
Mr. Arnab Goswami, if you think I'm factually wrong,
you're not taking a factual position. You're making a speech.
If you think
you are making a speech, there is a difference between.
So anyways, let me continue because now I
want to continue with your speech.
When Arnab Goswami doesn't let you continue, you're talking sense. So let me continue.
You want to continue with your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, Rahul Narvekar does not want to answer any questions. He wants to make a speech, and I would like to declare here openly that I am going to stop Mr. Rahul Narvekar from making a speech. I want Rahul Narvekar to answer a question. I want Rahul Narvekar and everybody to answer specific questions to it. Come on, Rahul.
If you let
Rahul Narvekar. There is a in Gujarat there is a water resources minister. His name is Babu Bhai Bokharia. He is sentenced to 3 years of imprisonment in the 2006 mining case by the Porbandar Sessions Court. He is found guilty in the 54 crore illegal mining case. Now I know nowadays in competitive politics 50 crore cost was scam. No, 54 crore. You don't want to answer the question.
So Mr. Arnab Goswami,
you want to ask the question.
If the Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party and all the other parties in this nation are involved in some scam or the other,
we also
that makes Arvind Kejriwal and AAP holier than thou. Is that your definition of merit? If that is your definition of merit, then I'm sorry, it meets absolutely no logic.
You know something.
And
I'm going to put this to test today. I'm going to ask people to call in, Gaurav Bhatia. 1 second, Rahul Narvekar. Catch your breath, Mr. Narvekar.
Lots of it.
Catch your breath. Catch your breath because I have not run out of questions. You will run out of answers before I run out of
time. I'm worried about that.
Maybe you want the debate to continue for a long time. I can have a longer debate with you. But let's talk about the Samajwadi Party. Is it true that there were cases pending against Raja Bhaiya in the food grain scam when he was Food and Civil Supplies Minister in the Mulayam Singh Yadav government between 2003 and 2006? And is it true that he was remade a minister after the CBI gave him a clean sheet in a murder case, but despite the inquiry in the food grain scam still continuing? And would you say, Gaurav Bhatia, that this is the kind of politics you will continue to do? Arvind Kejriwal or no Arvind Kejriwal? AAP or no AAP? You will continue to make people like Raja Bhaiya ministers in the cabinet. Do you also have we give a damn attitude as far as corruption and public anger is concerned? Or will you recheck what you've been doing?
Arnab, you just took Raja Bhaiya's name and you said that he was named in the food grain scam. So let me place the correct facts before you, that there was a CBI investigation that was ordered by the High Court. And a charge sheet was filed. He was not named in the charge sheet.
Same legal jugglery.
I'm just trying to factually correct you.
You want to use the legal jugglery?
It is not. Let me just make my point, Arnab. Let me make my point. If you remember, the maximum number of corruption scams that took place in the state of UP was in the BSP regime.
I know. You have always said that. It doesn't matter. Your competitive fight on who's more corrupt doesn't matter to me. Or to the viewer?
No, we the Samajwadi Party people fought against a corrupt regime,
and you also became corrupt.
UP voted for the Samajwadi Party. After coming in power, all the FIRs have been registered. Just a day back, even an FIR against Nasimuddin Siddiqui, where there is a scam of 1400 crores in constructing parks.
Why don't you understand this?
That is why.
Why don't you understand this? Why don't you understand this? Now you tell me this story, okay? Gaurav, you're a young politician, right? And Kumar Vishwas is, by the standards of Indian politics, is an adolescent at 43, right? And so is probably Rahul Narvekar. People have different expectations of young politicians. Now, the question is this. I think, with respect, your party showed a lot of arrogance, contempt for people, and you continue to show that arrogance when you oppose the Lokpal bill. Your party leader stood up on the floor of the House and says this Lokpal bill will create an atmosphere of indecision in the party. Will you admit today that you made the wrong noises? Do you think today, Gaurav Bhatia, you can still make... No, Gaurav.
May I answer now?
Are you changing the way you think?
May I answer?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. We wanted the Lokpal bill, and our party president, Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, on the floor of the House said that we request the UPA government to have an all-party meeting and also incorporate the suggestions that...
No, this is not what he said. This is not what he said. Your party leader, this is not what he said. Your party leader's name is Ram Gopal Yadav. Ram Gopal Yadav stood up. Ram Gopal Yadav stood up in the... I remember this. I have an elephantine memory on this. Ram Gopal Yadav stood up in Parliament. You know what he said? You know what he said? You know what he said?
The UPA government and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi.
You know what he said? Your leader, with respect, had the temerity to shoot off the shoulders of our armed forces in trying to defend himself and his own party on charges of corruption. Is it or is it not true that your party leader said on the floor of the House that after the Bofors scam, the country could not get any new artillery gun? And he said there will be no file movement. No work will happen. This will be the state of affairs. Did your party leader use Bofors or not? Did he or did he not use Bofors to make his case against the Lokpal bill? Come on, tell me that.
What Mr. Ram Gopal Yadav was wanting to say was that there should be checks and balances.
Rahul Narvekar, let's get to it.
Afraid of taking
I don't believe this. What do you mean wanting to say?
Bill will be misused.
What do you mean wanting to say? What do you mean wanting to say?
And we were never against the Lokpal bill.
All of you are...
Arnab, if you allow me, the SP government in the state has been there for almost 2 years now.
No.
We have been exposing the scams of the BSP government.
Counters coming in. Vinod Mehta wants to come in. The reason, and I have not finished. The reason I'm asking this series of pointed questions today is simply to prove one thing, that on the issue of corruption, all parties are the same. All parties are the same. And this is where the Aam Aadmi Party is getting...
Why did Mr. Kejriwal take the support of Congress?
We'll come to that.
Why did the Aam Aadmi Party take the support of Congress to run this government? You can
disagree.
Why has support been taken? Is that the modicum of corruption? One second.
So Yediyurappa goes and Siddaramaiah comes in. 1 sec. Let's get the Congress party. Sanjay Jha says I disagree. Siddaramaiah comes in. Siddaramaiah includes 2 ministers who are tainted with charges of land grab in the Karnataka government cabinet. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Right or wrong, Sanjay Jha? It can either be right or wrong.
Well, I can tell you that I can tell you I have read reports, but I don't know whether they have been convicted about it or not. Yes, there are allegations. I do agree to that. I do agree to that. But I want to make a point here, since you raised an issue. I disagree to your point when you mentioned that... Listen, you're talking about a party, not 2 MLAs from one state. As a party, please let's acknowledge the reality that the action that we have taken against corruption, whether it's against our own people from our own party, and more important, Arnab, is a question of what do you do with it. I think the legislation is what is going to ultimately ensure that we can obliterate corruption. And Rahul Narvekar, your party actually did not want the Lokpal. Arnab, Rahul Narvekar, Shiv Sena did not want the Lokpal.
Why is the Chief Minister
BMC is the most corrupt institution in India.
Against Rahul,
you have ruined Mumbai
against 7
because of the corruption in BMC. And why were you against the Lokpal like the Samajwadi Party? Please explain to the people of India.
Point out one corruption scandal in the BMC.
That you can't afford
Don't
to
talk
avoid.
rubbish. Point it out and then talk. Talk with facts. Don't talk in the air.
I'm the
You've
one
done that always on channel.
Well, you have to just drive down Mumbai's road and see the potholes, and you know who's making money.
The fact is that
everybody
you know
knows that, Rahul. Please,
and that's why you're talking in the air.
For God's sake, let's not revisit an old area.
I will give you pointed questions.
I think the fundamental point, whether it's the RTI, whether it's a Lokpal, whether it's the future legislation, I think they will help prevent corruption. Although we need to make a lot more systemic reforms.
You think somebody?
And I think this fight against corruption is a good thing. I think the AAP party, if it's bringing the focus onto corruption,
empty promises and empty allegations. That's all.
I have one question. I have one question. 1 minute. I have one question. 1 minute. Sanjay Jha, question for you. Vinod Mehta, I'm coming to you. Sanjay Jha, question for you. Sanjay Jha
hasn't led a good Lokayuk.
Sanjay Jha, 1 minute.
Ask Pinky Anand to respond.
I'm going to ask a very short question.
Why hasn't the Prime Ministerial candidate of the BJP allowed a good Lokayuk to happen in Gujarat? That's a very important question.
No. 1 minute, please. Everyone, 1 minute. Give me a minute. I am going to ask just one question. Vinod Mehta, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm going to come to you. I just want to ask one question to Sanjay Jha. Because, so Sanjay Jha, very brief answer if possible. Do you feel that the BJP has compromised itself and exposed itself by bringing Yediyurappa back into the party?
The answer is the Bhrashtachar Janata Party, as I call them, has always compromised with corruption. Whether it's Babu Bhai Bokharia, Yediyurappa, whether it's a CAG report, whether it's Purushottam
Solanki, question 2, counter question.
And I think they have
follow-up question.
The people of India.
Follow-up question. Sambit Patra joins us in the studio, opening up to calls. Follow-up question. In that case, will the Congress also become the Bhrashtachar Party of India if it announces, as I'm hearing a little bird is telling me, Rahul Gandhi is very keen to do a alliance as quickly as possible with Lalu Prasad?
Well, let me tell you.
What do you mean?
I'm not aware of any such announcement.
Come on, you're all.
I'm not aware of that.
In the same boat,
do talk to each other. 1 minute, parties do talk to each other, but end of day, all I can tell you right now, and let's not talk, I can't predict the future events, but as of today, we live in the moment. All I can tell you clearly is the Bharatiya Janata Party, which I call as the Bhrashtachar Janata Party, stands exposed
with each other.
Because they have taken
Vinod Mehta, what is all this? Vinod Mehta,
Congress Party has pushed for legislation against corruption.
I'm reminded of the old Paul Robeson song. I'm reminded of the old Paul Robeson song. We are in the same boat, brother. 1 second. Vinod Mehta, what is all this telling you? All these parties completely cornered on the issue of corruption, yet not reacting quickly enough.
Arnab, my question on the issue of corruption, if you talk to the BJP or the Congress, they will always say that so-and-so has not been convicted, he has not been mentioned in the CBI report, there is an appeal. But, so we've heard all this before. But, Arnab, I want to make another point.
Yeah.
One of the persistent criticisms against the Aam Aadmi Party is they are naive kind of anarchists. That they will not be able to run Delhi and they will self-destruct because they have all these crazy schemes. What I am suggesting to you is, since they came to power, they have shown a sure-footedness which would shame established parties.
On that,
they have satisfied their two main...
On that, it's...
Can I come in?
Sambit Patra comes in. On that, I think we should give them a little bit more time. The only question I am asking today is on the issue of corruption.
Yes, but
issue of corruption.
But listen, Arnab, one other point. One other point. If you saw Arvind Kejriwal's speech in the assembly, he seemed like a veteran politician. He didn't seem like a novice.
That's all right, but
novices.
That's all right. Sambit Patra of the BJP. Sambit Patra wants to respond to Arvind Kejriwal. You want actually to Vinod Mehta. Go ahead, Sambit.
No, the most important issue is, few days we have been seeing the kind of activity in the Indian politics, and somehow I believe there is a conspiracy to project Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and the National Front as well. I read this as a conspiracy because I firmly believe that today CM and tomorrow PM is a dangerous predicament for democracy. Democracy has to move through grilling times. Democracy has to move through testing. Democracy has to move through trust and winning the trust of the people, the electorate. The hurriedness that we are seeing in the air of Aam Aadmi Party is the reason as to why I call this a kind of conspiracy. Second most important point.
What is the hurriedness here? What is the hurriedness?
Just a second.
No. I mean, this is absurd.
Just a second.
They have won
yes,
the, they have won the trust
Today
of the
CM,
people of Delhi. They have cut your water and your tariff. What is this hurriedness? I mean, Indian
I call it guerrilla economics. Vinod ji, that I call it guerrilla economics. Please don't see governance in guerrilla economics. Vinod,
what economics is that?
Wait a second.
Guerrilla economics.
Governance.
I want to ask. One second. Wait, 1 minute.
Not governance.
1 minute.
Governance.
Calm down. Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra, calm down. Calm down, Sambit Patra. Calm down, Mr. Patra. You've come in late into the debate, but your adrenaline is flowing through your veins. Was it guerrilla economics when a BJP Rajya Sabha MP's relation gets through Benami connections, allegedly 8 flats in Adarsh? Is it guerrilla economics when Ashok Chavan gets a clean chit? Is it guerrilla economics when Yediyurappa is allowed to give 20 crores allegedly as favors investigated by the CBI court, welcome back into the party? I mean, what are you talking about? Look within, Sambit Patra, our first caller tonight. Our first caller is Srinivasan, holding for a long time, and he's calling from Chennai. Srinivasan, yes, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab. Nice to speak to you.
Very nice talking to you.
I have been watching you asking questions to the politicians, and none of them are answering your questions straight away. 1. 2. When are they going to learn the lessons? 3. And the other one, whether they're going to change or they're going to act. There are so many scams. There cannot be fluke. All these scams cannot be fluke. Who is going to answer all these scams?
You asked 3 questions. You made 3 statements that actually, Srinivasan, I think your point of view resonates among everyone. I thank you for calling tonight. We'll get some more answers. We have some more callers. Should we take a few more callers straight therein? Okay, we are getting another caller, but listen, that's the voice of the people. Mr. Raina is calling in. He's calling from Jammu. What point we are making tonight is that the Aam Aadmi Party seems to be getting some kind of resonance that goes beyond Delhi. That's what you should be very worried about, Sanjay Jha. And that's why you should sack Veerbhadra Singh. That's why you should not protect Ashok Chavan. Mr. Raina from Jammu, good evening. Mr. Raina?
No, we are not going to obstruct with the legal process at all.
Oh, please. Mr. Raina, are you there? Kumar Vishwas wants to come in.
Arnab,
hello? Yes.
Can I come in, please?
Okay, Gaurav Bhatia wants to come in. Mr. Raina, stay on the line. Gaurav, come on.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, there were many bills to tackle the problem of corruption, which the minister of the UPA government said that we'll introduce, like the whistleblower protection bill, public accountability bill, except for the Lokpal bill, which was introduced at the end of the year.
These laws, you see, don't change the nature of the debate. Don't change the nature of the debate. You're trying to deliberately change the nature of the debate. I won't let you. I won't let you do that. Gaurav, it's not fair.
Mr. Bhatia, these bills will still be passed. There is still time. We have a budget session. And by the way, the parliament can be still reconvened at short notice. Don't worry about it.
No, I think we have a caller. Mr. Raina,
Mr. Bhatia, it's only been the parliament has not been proroged. The parliament will reconvene again and the bills will be taken up. Relax.
Okay.
I only hope you support the bill instead of fighting.
Don't try and set the terms of the debate. Gentlemen, Mr. Raina from Jammu is holding. Mr. Raina, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, go ahead. Who's your question to?
No, actually, I'm very upset with you first.
Go ahead, why?
Yeah, because, hello?
Go ahead, Mr. Raina.
Because till yesterday you were supporting national parties, but now you are starting to support our parties.
I'm not supporting any party. I don't want to support any party. And I don't want to seek the support of any party, Mr. Raina.
Now I want to ask Mr. Jha.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Jha.
You want to ask Mr. Jha? Okay, Mr. Jha is there, and let's put Mr. Jha and Mr. Kumar Vishwas on the screen. The viewer from Jammu.
I want Mr. Jha.
Yeah. Reduce your volume of your TV set, otherwise we can't hear you, Mr. Raina.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Raina.
I like this.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Mr. Jha? Yeah, hello, Mr. Jha?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Raina.
Yeah,
hello, I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, till yesterday you were opposite our party. Why you have forced to support him? Because you want to change your corruption policies? Because you want to hide your corruption policies? Because you want to fight the 2G, whatever scams have gone? Because you want to state whatever has Congress done in 65 years, you want to change? That's why you have supported our party. Because in Delhi, you know that you are nowhere enough. Because now you have got 8 seats. And
Okay.
now in future, I don't think that you will get Georges.
Okay, so there's a question, is the Congress party trying to neutralize its corrupt image by tying up with the Aam Aadmi party? Yes, Mr. Jha, you can take that question. Mr. Kumar Vishwas,
Yeah, very quick.
I want to answer on this also.
No, 1 minute.
Yeah,
The question
a very
is to
quick
Mr. Jha.
answer.
The question is
Mr.
to
Raina,
Mr. Jha.
I want to tell you that we accept the defeat, we accept the verdict of the people of Delhi in all humility. We thought we had done well over 15 years, but clearly we made some mistakes.
Kumar Vishwas.
And I think we deserve to be in
Kumar
opposition.
Vishwas, do you
But I
think...
want to also reassure you. I want to reassure you that we believe that we are taking the right steps. Ultimately, everybody talks about corruption. What matters is what you do about it.
So will
And I
you?
think in
So what
terms of
matters is
getting
what
the
you do. I
Lokpak
agree
bill
with
through,
you.
and you see a lot more.
I agree with you. What matters is what you do.
Improved anti-corruption.
So what matters is what you do. So what?
That's what matters.
So what matters is what you do. Hear me out, Mr. Jha. I don't want to have to outshout you every time. Thank you. If you want me to outshout you, I can, but I don't want to. Now, hear me out, Mr. Jha. Sir. You want to do something. I have proven that your chief minister's wife got 60 lakh rupees 1 month before he was taking a decision on extending a contract. I have proven that your chief minister got 1.2 crore rupees and transferred it to his wife's account in order to try and renovate his palace. I have also proven that 3.9 crore separately is paid as part of renovating a palace, soft loan by a businessman. And therefore, since you say what matters is what
these
you
are
do.
all allegations.
No, these are not allegations. Your chief minister has accepted it. How can you say allegations? What is the definition of an allegation? When the chief minister has accepted it, how do you call it an allegation? It's a fact. It's been proven. When the accused says yes, it's true, how can you say it's an allegation?
When you talk about a quid pro quo, then it's an allegation.
What do you mean quid pro quo? Kumar Vishwas.
Let this be established.
That is arrogance, Sanjay. Don't be arrogant.
I don't think that will be fair.
Don't be arrogant. Okay, Gaurav Bhatia is coming in. Kumar Vishwas wanted to come in after that. Yeah.
Arnab, I just wanted to make one remark. A lot has been said about the Aam Aadmi Party fighting against corruption. 2 executive members of the Aam Aadmi Party were caught on camera, doing things that were not proper. What action was taken against those 2 persons? No action was taken. One of them lost the assembly election. The other one wants to contest the Lok Sabha election.
You're digressing a little bit. No, they 1 second. I put the record straight here. There were parts of a sting operation which were shown. Then they put out the complete part of the sting operation. Don't try and, by the way, don't follow this tactic of trying to deflect all the serious questions by saying what action was taken there. I am asking you, if you are sincere, why are you not hitting the streets where the chief minister's wife get lakhs of rupees? In return for an alleged favor that was done? Why are you not taking the streets? You don't want to focus on any of those issues. You don't want to focus on why you allow a minister whose name is pending in a food grain scam. You bring him back as a minister. You don't want to answer those questions.
He is not
you don't want to answer the questions.
He's not even an accused.
What do you mean not even an accused? He was facing a CBI inquiry into the food grain scam dating to the time when he was facing.
Not named in the FIR.
He was facing an inquiry he was facing an inquiry when he was brought back as a minister, and I think that's terrible. Ask anybody. That's terrible.
He was not.
He was facing a CBI inquiry.
Okay, he was not an accused.
As of October this year, he was facing a CBI inquiry. Let's not go into details here. Kumar Vishwas.
Arnab.
Important point.
अर्नब, मुझे उम्मीद है कि बाकी साथी सुनेंगे और संबित पात्रा भी थोड़ा कम बेचैन होंगे. वो नहीं सवाल उठाएंगे कि मैं बिजनेस क्लास में क्यों चलता हूं. 3-2 हमले विशेष रूप से. एक तो गौरव भाटिया की सूचना के लिए मैं बता दूं कि उस फर्जिंग स्टिंग की आखिरी लाइन एडिट कर दी गई थी जो अर्नब गोस्वामी के चैनल पर थी. या प्लीज संवेद लिसन टू मी. राइट नहीं, आपको परेशानी, इसलिए मैं आपसे निवेदन कर रहा हूं, हाथ जोड़ रहा हूं. बहुत छोटे लोग हैं हम लोग. मैं गौरव भाटिया से कहना चाहता हूं कि इसमें आखिरी लाइन के मुझे तो टैक्स देना ही है, वो एडिट कर दी गई थी। ऐसे फर्जीवाड़े पत्रकारों के वेश में अगर होंगे तो मीडिया पर भी सवाल उठेगा, और वो पूरे देश ने देखा। मुझे आश्चर्य हो रहा है कि ये लोग सेंस क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं। आज हर्षवर्धन जी भी कह रहे थे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जॉइंट कमिश्नर थे, कमिश्नर नहीं थे, और बार बार कमिश्नर क्यों बोलते थे। प्रॉब्लम सिर्फ एक है, सारी पार्टियां कोशिश कर रही हैं कि किसी तरह आम आदमी पार्टी को खींचकर अपने पैनल पर ले आओ और कहो देखो ये भी तो ऐसे ही है और हम भी ऐसे ही हैं, और हमारी पूरी कोशिश रहेगी कि हम सारे विमर्श को अपने पैनल पर ले आएं। आज पूरा जो भाषण था हर्षवर्धन जी का, वो ट्विटर हैंडल से उठाया हुआ था, वो फेसबुक के जो फर्जी प्रचार होते हैं उन पर उठाया हुआ था, और वो कह रहे थे कि इन्होंने अभी ये नहीं किया है, और उन्हें बिजली पानी भी आपत्ति थी क्यों घटा।
संबित पात्रा 30 सेकंड
कह रहा हूं,
संबित पात्रा 30 सेकंड
कुछ कर पाएंगे। गौरव भाटिया जो भाषा बोल रहे हैं,
will you change,
उससे काम
will you change, that's all, there's only one question, will you change or will you do politics the same old way? Will you still bring Yediyurappa into your party? Will you still protect Ashok Chavan? Will you still protect Veerbhadra Singh? That's all we are asking tonight. Will you or won't you?
Arnab, can I answer now?
Yeah, make it quick.
Answer now.
Yeah.
Arnab, today in this debate on the news hour, my catch line is just one word, and that is conspiracy. Conspiracy I read everywhere in this, because the brouhaha over formation of a government in Delhi with 20.
You're not answering the question.
Is not a new phenomenon.
Vinod Mehta.
Yes, remarkable it is, but it is not as if for the first time the Indian history has changed.
Well, you know.
But why such amount of space? Why such amount of importance?
The question goes to
there is a greater
Vinod Mehta has the last word on this tonight. Clearly, irrespective of whether or not Arvind will make an impact, the national parties are not changing their strategy. Vinod Mehta, 20 seconds to wrap this up, and the last word. 20 seconds to Mr. Mehta, please.
Absolutely will make an impact.
Yes.
And your debate today has shown, please let me speak. Your debate today has shown how sterile and non-involved the other political parties are, and Arvind Kejriwal's rise is thanks to the BJP and the Congress.
Okay,
so please continue.
Vinod Mehta, and to all our panelists,
the more you attack him, the more popular.
There is still time to change. There is still time to change. But will the national parties sense the changing mood? Will the national parties read the writing on the wall? Will the national parties do a rethink, or will people force them to do a rethink? Gentlemen, I thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.